Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today in history is more of a report of a study that came out in 1994. Back in 1994, they realized that on the state and federal level, that our prison population was about 1 million, and people were very curious as to what was going on and what we could do about it. Well, what we did about it as a society was we just doubled down on prison, and now our current prison population is about 2.5 million. Uh, Part of the reason for that is if you look at the bail bonds service, if you look at the industrialization of the prison industry, aka private prisons. We look at mandatory minimum sentencing, just the entire process. Even if once you're out of jail, you being a felon, having that felony record. Prevents you from obtaining 5,000 different programs that could help you get back on your feet. You get a felony on an application. Uh, yeah, I think the statistic is 98% of applications go in the garbage. John Oliver did a really good thing on basically all those stories. But yeah, currently we're at about 2.5 million, and whatever piddling prison reforms they have going on, it's not enough. About half of that, so about 1 million people in jail, are there for low level drug offenses or non-violent offenses. Not saying jails aren't meant for bad people. It's just that from a public health standpoint, drug use, you're not going to rush your way out of the problem. And if you think you can't get drugs in prison, I got a bridge in Brooklyn for you. I'll cut you a good deal. Actually, there was a really good story of a girl, a young woman. Her bae was in jail, and she was taking care of her man's, and she was basically taking Captain Crunch cereal, the crunch berries, and she was cutting the crunch berries with a razor blade and filling them with either meth or heroin, and then gluing them back shut with corn syrup. So if you don't think they can get drugs in prison, that's just stupid. They can. You got to treat it like other countries did, where they decriminalized drugs. And if you're going to use things, let's say heroin, in I believe Spain, Portugal, and I believe Norway, they actually set up clinics where you had to get your drugs from them, and then you had to do them there. You couldn't take them home with you. They were going to have doctors monitor you, and when you were ready, there was treatment. Treatment will cost you about a seventh of what it would cost to send somebody to jail. The current price tag on sending somebody to jail is about $40,000 a year per inmate. Once you start adding that up, that's a lot of money. And that's the average. Some prisons are actually more. I know Rikers Island, I think because of it's got nothing to do with inflation. I think it's just the amount of security that they have there. It's about $150,000 per inmate. So look, statistically, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not a math wizard, but we have the world's largest prison population, but we only account for about 4% of the total population of the world. So it's almost as if we did it on purpose. But that's that for that. Also, it is Teddy Roosevelt's birthday. Recognize.